A quick insight from FreshNews.ai. Today's headline: AI Visibility Index latest weekly update. Across categories, AI recommendations continue to favor entrenched leaders, while a handful of vendors post sharp week-over-week visibility swings, signaling shifting authority in AI answers. Last updated 2026-05-19, data period 2026-05-18 to 2026-05-24. This report reflects the latest AI visibility data based on responses generated across multiple AI systems, including GPT and Gemini. It shows which brands are currently selected, cited, and recommended in AI-generated answers. Executive summary. Here are 5 takeaways. First, across categories, AI citations are concentrated among a few leaders, such as Ping Identity and identity security platforms, Hunter Douglas and Somfy in motorized shade systems, and Allied Van Lines and North American Van Lines in moving services. Second, customer success platform shows one of the tightest races, with Totango, Churn Zero, Client Success, and PlanHat all clustered at or near 16 mentions, creating a 4-way tie at the top by coverage. Third, several vendors post outsized week-over-week gains, including Staircase AI and customer success platforms, 600, Beyond Trust and identity security platforms, 500, Core AI and AI agent platforms, 300, and Rise Vision in digital signage, healthcare, 250. Fourth, legal verticals combine entrenched leaders, such as Williams and Connolly Law LLP in criminal defense law, Frageman Delray Burnson Lowy LLP in immigration law, and Cordell and Cordell in family law, with notable declines among peers like WilmerHale and Morgan Lewis and Bocuse LLP. Fifth, new or re-emerging brands such as Cognition AI, Kaufman Media, Schiller Ducanto and Fleck LLP, Draper Inc., Zemismart, Ben Crump Law, and Best Buy indicate that AI systems are broadening the range of recommended providers in several categories. Key insights. Here are 4 takeaways. First, AI recommendations remain concentrated. In most categories, a small cluster of brands, such as Allied Van Lines and North American Van Lines in moving services, Hunter Douglas and Somfy in motorized shade systems, Ping Identity and identity security platforms, account for the highest mention counts. Second, several vendors show sharp week-over-week swings, particularly in emerging or software-centric categories, Staircase AI and customer success platforms, 600, Beyond Trust and identity security platforms, 500, Core AI and AI agent platforms, 300, and Rise Vision and healthcare digital signage, 250. Third, legal categories display both entrenched leaders and volatility. Chambers-rated firms like Williams and Connolly Law LLP, Frageman Delray Burnson Lowy LLP, and Cordell hold top positions, while peers such as WilmerHale, Morgan Lewis and Bocuse LLP, and Jackson Lewis PC record substantial week-over-week declines. Fourth, citation patterns show AI systems leaning heavily on a mix of ranking, review sources, and official sites. Chambers.com and MyVisaJobs.com are prominent in multiple law verticals, while AVNetwork.com and Electronics.com anchor AV integrators, and Wikipedia plus major brand domains such as AtlasVanLines.com, HunterDouglas.com, Oka.com underpin visibility in several other categories. Cross-vertical summary table. Vertical, top leader, mentions, notable change. AI agent platforms, Salesforce, 8. Core AI gained 3 mentions to reach 4, and ServiceNow added 2 mentions to reach 4, signaling rapid visibility growth among challengers. AV integrators, AVISPL, 18. Electronic increased by 2 mentions to 8, while Fort and CCS presentation systems each declined by 4 mentions. Co-op Condo Property Management, Douglas Elliman Property Management, 14. Total Management NYC and Midborough Management each rose to 5 mentions, while REM Residential and ACM both fell by 4 mentions. Criminal Defense Law, Williams and Connolly Law LLP, 12. Latham and Kaufman Law LLP gained 4 mentions to 8, while Covington and Burling Law LLP and WilmerHale recorded notable declines. Customer success platforms, Totango, 16. Totango, Churn Zero, Client Success, and PlanHat all gained 2 mentions, while Staircase AI surged by 6 mentions to 7. Digital signage, healthcare, Rise Vision, 7. Rise Vision added 5 mentions to lead with 7, while several entrants such as BrightSign, Crown TV, A-Screen, and Kaufman Media gained or established coverage. Family Law, Cordell and Cordell, 9. Blank Rome Low P, Stang Law Firm PC, Walzer Melcher and Yoda Law LP, and Chemtop Moss Foreman and Beta Law LP each gained 3 mentions. Schiller Ducanto and Fleck LLP and LegalZoom newly appeared with 3 mentions. Identity security platforms, Ping Identity, 14. ForgeRock gained 4 mentions to 12, SailPoint rose by 2 to 12, and Beyond Trust jumped 5 mentions to 6, while Microsoft declined by 2 mentions. Immigration Law, Frageman Delray Berman Lowy LLP, 14. The leader slipped by 1 mention, while Clasco Immigration Law Partners LLP, Greenberg Traurig LLP, Morgan Lewis and Bocuse LLP, Jackson Lewis PC, and Wolfsword Hassenthal LLP all posted multi-mention declines. Motorized shade systems, Hunter Douglas, 11. Somfy added 3 mentions to reach 10, and QMotion, Rollies Acmeda, Draper Inc., and Zemismart each increased or newly appeared in coverage. Moving services, Ally Van Lines, 14. Atlas Van Lines dropped 3 mentions to 11, while Beckons Van Lines and UPAC each added 1 mention. Personal injury law, Morgan, 13. Morgan added 1 mention. Beasley Allen gained 2. White's Luxembourg rose by 3. The Barnes firm gained 2, and Ben Crumplaw appeared with 3 mentions. Smart home installation, Crestron, 7. ADT increased by 2 mentions to 6. Vivint and Best Buy each gained 3. Josh.ii rose by 1 mention, while Control4 and RTI each declined by 2 mentions. Methodology. This index is based on grounded AI responses generated across multiple models, including GPT and Gemini. Only responses with verifiable sources were included to improve consistency and trustworthiness. Explore full index. Here are 10 takeaways. First, link. Second, link. Third, link. Fourth, link. Fifth, link. Sixth, link. Seventh, link. Eighth, link. Ninth, link. 10th, link. What this means. Here are 3 takeaways. First, AI-generated answers currently favor a relatively small set of brands in each category, suggesting that incremental gains in visibility can meaningfully shift perceived market leadership where mention counts are close. Sharp week-over-week swings for vendors such as Staircase AI, Beyond Trust, Core AI, Rise Vision, and several law firms indicate that AI visibility is responsive to fresh content, citations, and news, rather than being fixed over time. Third, new or re-emerging brands across software, legal, and services categories demonstrate that even in concentrated markets, there is ongoing opportunity for providers to enter or climb AI recommendation lists. Read more at FreshNews.ai.